I'm having fun already, and we haven't even started the show. The Warwick North Little League team here tonight.
The Dan York State of Mind program is brought to you in part by Lookout Rhode Island and Takeo Comfort Solutions.
Oh, to be 12 or 13 years old again. We've got a handful, actually 3 of the players in the Warwick North Little League team that you're going to be introduced to tonight. They had a nice run in the World Series. Something's in the water in Rhode Island that we have had the last 3 New England entries into the Little League World Series come from the great state of Rhode Island, the Ocean State. And what's nice is that we've kind of spread it around. You know, Cumberland charmed everybody a few years ago, but they don't own the territory, and Warwick North certainly stepped up this time around. And we're going to meet their fine coach, who's also the athletic director in the city, and who just about 10 seconds before airtime was still trying to schedule a field or a team or something because of the rain, getting back to his regular day job. And the Hollywood drama of the Little League World Series begins to wane. Great to have you in. Thanks for tuning in to the show. You'll see this originally, of course, on Friday night, September 2nd, but my guess is you may have a replay opportunity to see these young men because I'm guessing we're going to have a good time. Let's forget about the politics. Let's forget about everything that's going on in the community. Let's have some fun. Here was the headline, or at least one of them, that a lot of us were paying attention to. Little League World Series is a field of dreams for them. Of course it is. And here's a summary package from Eyewitness News.
And yes, it is a fun ride down that hill, but it is nothing compared to the ride that these kids took this summer.
Yeah, it's been an amazing experience here and in Bristol. It's just been fantastic. I'm so proud of all these kids.
First, the field looked different from our point of view down there, but we kind of got used to it. And then eventually, it was just a habit to just go out there and play our best.
I just told them that I was proud of them. You know, they have nothing to put their heads down for. You know, they lived a dream this summer. They learned a lot of life lessons. I wasn't going to try to repeat Dave Belial's speech. It's just not my style. He did a great job. He loves kids. But certainly I let them know in our own way that, we are a family. They have friends for a lifetime. They got coaches that'll be watching them years, for years from now to see how they pan out in high school and whatever they do in life, and they'll always have something to reflect back on. Warwick never had a team that made it to the World Series, and who knows when the next time will be. So these kids have some of their own records. So no, they got nothing to be ashamed of.
It's a lot of fun. It's one of the best times of my life.
You're going to tell your grandchildren about this. Have you thought about that?
Playing baseball and hanging with my friends.
You still have feelings like we're gonna miss it, miss baseball because the season's ended and their Little League season's ended.
It was amazing to play on this field. It was just like a dream come true. It was something I've always wanted to do since I was a little kid, and it was just amazing.
Of course, at 12 and 13, they're no longer little kids. That's all a question of perspective,
No,
don't
exactly,
you think, Coach?
No, exactly. They're growing up before our eyes, that's for sure.
No doubt about it. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Ken and Kenny. It's kind of the way it goes. Father and son. Did you have a good time?
Yes, very much. So it was an unbelievable experience. I enjoyed every single moment of it. There wasn't one moment of the World Series in all my trip throughout this summer baseball when I didn't enjoy it. Just a summer of dreams.
Did you write that, or you been practicing that, or is that right from the gut?
No, that's right from the gut. That's how I feel personally.
Well, there you go.
It speaks pretty well.
Has this kind of self-starter articulation been born from this experience, or has he always been this sharp?
Yeah, I don't know. He's pretty good.
You're the athletic director in Warwick.
Yes.
Just before we got on the air, you still got the phone in your ear trying to reschedule a field, and the rain's coming as we record. Friday evenings, we record on Thursday afternoon. It's a mess out there, so you're getting back to what is your regular reality, right?
Exactly.
What's the transition been like?
It's obviously very busy. I actually did a bunch of work when I was actually at the World Series. Once I put the kids to bed at night, I would get caught up on emails and whatnot. That's stuff that just has to get done. And matter of fact, right, like you said, right before we came on air, the heavy rains came down. I had to postpone a freshman football game and move it till tomorrow, and that has to be done before everybody gets on the buses and whatnot. So yeah, you have to balance your time, certainly.
How long have you been coaching the Little League team now?
I've been coaching these kids, many of them, since they were 4 and 5 years old, so 8 years. Yeah.
You've been playing how long?
8 years.
So
I've been,
you get in when he get in?
Correct.
Yeah, that's kind of the way it goes, right?
Yeah, I mean, I used to be a high school coach. I coached many high school sports at the varsity level, and I gave that all up when he was born because I wanted to raise him and I didn't want to miss any part of it. A good friend of mine in the coaching business, that's the one piece of advice he gave me when he found out that I was going to have a child. He said, don't make the mistakes I made and continue to coach at this level, enjoy your kid, and then go back to coaching. And I took his advice, and it was great advice.
Tell me about the experience. I mean, listen, this is a really interesting thing that has been born in the last decade or so. This full coverage of the Little League. I mean, ESPN is making a good buck and really making this thing out to be a full court press. I mean, that the regionals are covered on national television is something that, frankly, gives me a little bit of pause. There's a lot of what you'd call major league attention to what ought to be a young person's experience. Do you think about that at all?
You know, I didn't put a lot of thought into that until we got to Williamsport, and then that's when you really realized that you were at a whole new stage of playing baseball. Bristol, they tried to keep it as down to earth as possible. I mean, certainly we had our ESPN interviews, and we were treated wonderful by the people in Bristol, Corey Wright, and certainly the rest of the personnel there. Even our host, what were they called?
Chris and Ron.
Yeah. Well,
in Williamsport?
Yeah. Well,
our uncles.
Yeah, they were just basically. They're the people that were in charge of taking care of the boys, you know, and us while we were there, and we were treated like kings there. They were very good, and they always kept it in perspective as to the kids' level, you know. So I think once we got to Williamsport, we started to realize there was a difference, especially commercially. We had a lot of companies that were that wanted us to try their products and stuff like that, and that was one of the exciting parts of it too.
Well, I bet, but you know, you're I don't want to make this you know, documentary-ish. I mean, I've offered points of view on the radio and on television about how we have to check ourselves on the seriousness of young people in sports, and you're managing a school system full of sports, and you've seen the transitional issues just from freshman in high school to senior, right?
No question.
And all of the pressure that goes along with that. And the philosophies and the finesse of that. Now that you take it from, you know, your kid and his buddies at 10, 11, and 12 years of age, it's got to give you some pause along the way that you're on this run trying to achieve something that is now a commodity nationally and a commercial profit product, yes?
I guess. I never really thought about it.
Really? Because you're just doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just their coach. That's it. That's all I've ever been. And so we just took it one stage at a time, one game at a time, and just really tried to focus on them having a good time, you know, to preserve their youth, because, as you mentioned, this is their last year of Little League for all these guys, and it's kind of a magical time in their life, and it's going to end. So we tried to preserve that the whole way, my coaching staff and I, all the way through. So we didn't really.
So getting to it,
yeah.
You don't feel like it's too much. You don't feel like it's the whole kit and caboodle is just too much?
Well, no. I loved it.
Yeah.
It's a good experience.
You loved it. And you didn't think it was too much?
No, I thought it was great.
What's it like when you move from the local, the state championships into a New England championship, and all of a sudden now you see TV trucks and cameras and all that kind of thing? Did it affect the way you played?
No, it really did not. You know, when I get out there to actually play the game, I just thought about the game, and the game, that's it. That's all I thought about. I just thought about making the plays, hitting the ball well. I never really thought about the TV cameras. I mean, like, at first, like, it was like, wow, TV cameras are, like, shooting me. That's really cool. But I never really just thought about it. I just thought about the regular game and try to, like, not let the TV cameras, like, affect my play. Like, not try to be, like, make these, like, crazy superstar plays and, like, show off for the camera. I just wanted to make the routine plays and act, like, normal, even though I was on camera.
Did you feel any kind of sense of, I mean, winning the Rhode Island title was important, right?
Yes,
Big
very
deal.
important. That was.
Then you went to New England. So did you feel a sense of, oh man, we got to carry on this 2-year run going on here?
Yeah. Well, I have a dream. I've always had a dream to go to Williamsport, but making it to regionals was pretty crazy. You know, when we won the state championship, that was very, very exciting time for my life and for obviously my friends and my teammates. So when I went to regionals, I said to myself, you know, we're not losing. We got to get we're going to the World Series. You know, we can't have a summer that just made it to the regionals. We had to go all the way.
I think we're looking at a grand slam here by Your Honor. This is in the Rhode Island. Is this the New Englands or this is Rhode Island?
This is New England.
This is the New Englands.
Yeah, that was the state semifinals.
Well, obviously you're Rhode Island, so you've won the chance to wear the shirt, right?
Yeah. That was.
What was the pitch?
It was a fastball. He threw me I got up to the plate and he threw me a fastball a little low, and I just tried to drive it into a gap to get maybe even a walk off, but maybe just get like a run in so we can just have a good chance of advancing, and just kept going. It was just an unbelievable moment, probably the best moment in my sports career. It was just
You think?
really emotional, and like it was just like.
This is great.
It was very.
This is too much, isn't it? No, you know what?
It is.
It's true though. It's true.
Yeah.
He's got a sports career, and it is the best moment he's had. Hopefully, you'll find moments that are on par or exceeded, but you may not. And that feeling that you have about this will never leave you. And I think that is, with all the worries about the commercialism, that's the magic of this stuff, right? That these, you know,
the memories and the experiences
like,
that they
believe
have.
it or not, like a lot of the kids, like when we got back to the dorm, like it was just such an emotional game for us, like because we were being down 7-3, everyone was like all nervous and had so much jitters. So some of the kids, when we got back to the dorm, started just to cry. They couldn't hold it in any longer, and they just one of the kids that I suppose we had never cried in 8 years, and he started crying. So it was just really an emotional night for all of us, just because we never thought we were going to come back from a 4-run lead. I mean, we had expectations to do that, but just shocking that it happened to us. And then once we won that game, we were like, oh, we're not losing. We knew we were gonna we had a good chance.
What's it like working for Dad?
It's cool. I mean, sometimes like obviously he takes it a lot harder on me than he does on some of the other kids.
A little tougher on him than everybody else.
Yeah, that's just the nature of the beast.
Sure.
You know.
So it's been great having my dad as a coach in my baseball little league seasons that I've played in. Very, very nice.
You did a great job. We're going to meet some of the other guys. Keep coaching around and meet some of the other guys as we go. It's great stuff. Stick with us. And the local parade, I mean, what's better than that? For heaven's sakes, usually they're reserved for ticker tape and World Series and Red Sox and all that kind of stuff. But when the local team's done good, the local community wants to step out and step up. What's that? What's that, Jess? Oh, that's the parade in Williamsport. I'm sorry, but did you guys have a local parade?
No.
Well, you should.
know, we're actually we're actually invited to the Columbia State Parade.
Yeah, well, there you go.
So
you got
that
to
may happen,
participate. Good save, Jess. That's the Williamsport parade there. But they'll be participating in a local parade. Aaron Narcavage is here now, and Aaron is a center fielder. Congratulations.
Thanks.
You're like a rookie. You're 10, right?
No, I'm 12.
Oh, I had you at 10.
10.
Oh, number 10. Oh, my goodness. You know, I do too many shows a week. I apologize. So you go to school with these guys?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm in 7th grade, though.
Younger?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So,
All right, good. Thanks for coming. I'll see you later.
All right, bye.
Okay. Well, tell me what it was like.
It was amazing. It was just, couldn't believe I was there. I enjoyed every moment of it. It was just great playing on the field. The field was huge, a lot of people. And even in the dorms, it was a lot of fun. And yeah, just the whole thing was just amazing.
Your average Little League game in the summer before you make the All-Star team and before, you know, you go to the tournament and all that kind of stuff, there's mom and dad and moms and dads and maybe brothers and sisters and maybe there's 30 or 40 people around. And all of a sudden you look up in Williamsport and you've got thousands, 20-some-odd thousand at the end. What's that do to you? Make your heart race a little bit?
Yeah, it's really like really scary kind of, because it was like, I think it was all of our first times like playing in front of that many people. The crowd was loud, especially for New York because they're from the Mid-Atlantic. But overall, once we got used to it, we were fine.
What did you do to get these kids to relax?
Geez, you know what? We just tried to keep things normal. Aaron's right. When we first rolled into the stadium with the big crowd, there was a large majority for the New York team because they're only an hour and a half away. And so the kids right away, they were like, oh my God, coach, there's a lot of people out there for New York. And I said, you know what, just focus on playing baseball. And that's what we just tried to keep it very simple for them to be relaxed. Just pretend you're back home at the pit. Just do the same things that you've done all year long and just, block out the crowd. It's the only thing you can do. And when we were in the dorms and stuff, they played ping pong and they went swimming in the pool, and they kept it very normal from that point.
How was the international flavor of this? You got to meet a bunch of kids from all over the world, right?
Yeah, we shared a bathroom with Italy. They were cool. We met a bunch of people. Japan was also very nice. They were nice. They gave out like T-shirts and stuff. And then we also met like Latin America. We made friends with them. Australia, all international teams like that.
What did you do with the language barrier, especially the Japanese? Were you able to communicate?
Some of the Japanese kids, they spoke a little bit of English, but most of all, like, it was hard to communicate with them. But with the Italian kids, some of the kids on our team knew how to like speak Italian.
Italiano, very nice.
Yeah, like Kenny, he can like speak a little bit. I can't really speak any, but they also speak a little bit of English too.
But there's a common language when it comes to baseball, right?
Yeah, ping pong too. All those kids loved the foreign kids. They love ping pong. So there was a ping pong table tennis tournament every night with all the different kids. So even though there might have been a language barrier, that was all broken down. They competed and played with each other all night.
You get a chance to commiserate with the other national and international coaches?
Yeah, well, some were very structured and businesslike. Yeah, but for the most part, everybody was, at night once the baseball was done, everybody would talk and communicate. Yeah.
What was the best thing for you?
Best thing for me, I just be able to take a step back every now and then and watch the excitement on the kids' faces. Besides all the success they had on the baseball field, when we'd be walking down to practice in the morning and they would walk through the stadium to get to practice, and they'd have tons of kids asking for their autographs or people to take pictures, I'd take a step back and just take that in, because I knew it was a special time for them at that time, and to see them how happy they were and interact with other kids and being nice to younger kids that probably wish they could be like them when they get a little older, hope to get there. I think that was a real good part of it.
Did you feel that sense of importance, and did you have to sign any autographs?
Yeah.
Really?
Our whole team signed a bunch.
How cool is that?
It's really cool. We took pictures too. Some kids, like, they wanted to trade pins. And yeah, we took a lot of pictures, signed autographs.
So what was the best part of this whole experience for you?
I say playing on the field and hanging out with my team.
Good for you. Congratulations.
Thanks.
We'll meet another guy when we come back and finish up with the coach. Good stuff. Stay with us. And so we meet pitcher and catcher. There they are coming off the bus when they got back. Chase Pariseau is another one of the standout players in the Warwick North Little League team. Congratulations on your run.
Thank you.
What was the best part for you?
Just, playing ping pong was actually really fun. Meeting a bunch of people there, hanging out with the team, taking pictures of girls was pretty fun too.
Really? Oh, yeah. You want to elaborate on that?
We just.
Yeah, your parents are watching, so I just want to make sure we get this whole thing fleshed out. How many pictures with the girls? We don't want to leave everybody hanging on this.
Well, I don't know, like more than 10. I know that.
Wow. Yeah. So that you got it going on now.
Well.
Sort of. Kind of.
We kind of had a standing joke: no girlfriends until baseball season's over. So
yeah.
They got a little bit in before the end.
Yeah,
of the
they're hanging on for dear life.
Yep.
The guys are enjoying that. I think Lexi's enjoying that more than anybody. Tell me about the outcome. I didn't really get a chance to talk to the other guys about the outcome. Someone's got to lose, right? At the end of it, someone's got to lose. But at least you guys, you went into the big championship. You lost, then you won, recovered, and then that was a tough way to lose in the bottom of the last inning. What happened?
We might have thought we won already with 2 outs.
Yeah, you scored in the top of the 6th, right?
Yeah, the big home run with Kenny.
Yeah, Kenny hit it.
We had an out, and some people on the team were like, "Oh, we got this," and they kind of thought it, so they thought we weren't gonna have to do much to win. So when we went out there, it wasn't just we weren't focused on still playing hard.
Yeah, I don't know if you ought to be that tough on yourself. As I recall, I could be wrong about this, I remember seeing the bottom of the inning, is actually watching it while I was on the radio, cheating, literally on the phone talking politics with somebody, watching it on the television. And there were 2 singles to left field, as I recall, that scored that scored the second and third runs, which beat you 3-2. There weren't errors in that.
No.
So it was clean baseball. I mean, there's just so much you could do about that, right?
You know what? Somebody has to pitch the ball, somebody has to hit the ball, somebody has to field the ball, and you know, sometimes that's the breaks with baseball. It was, if you look at the replays, which of course I did, just to, you know, always the nature of the beast, you want to peek at it. You know, half a foot to the left, a half a foot to the right,
sure,
we get those outs. But you know what? Credit to their team. You know, they got to put the ball in play. We pitched the ball low in the strike zone, which we wanted to do to induce ground balls. You know, obviously
sometimes
a sack,
they find
fly,
holes.
whatever.
It's
Yeah.
as simple as that.
They find a hole.
What are you
And
gonna
you're
do?
100%.
Yeah, there was something that I wanted to ask you about. You said something in the introductory package about not trying to repeat that which has become now a very highly played, perhaps overplayed, Dave Belial speech in the outfield. Dave's a friend. He's a great guy. I'm sure you feel the same way about him. He's now been asked to be a kind of a national color commentator in some of these events, and he's got a great story. But you got to be your own guy. You got to treat these kids the way you're going to treat them. And did you feel any sense of, oh man, you know, there's a play act that I got to go through here? I got cameras and microphones on me all over the place.
You know, before they hooked up the microphone, you'd think about those things. But no, you know what? I wouldn't have felt true to my team. My guys know me. They would have sensed it and sniffed it out in a minute if I started to be a different person. You know, so as I said, I am who I am, and that was no discredit to Dave. I mean, like I said, Dave's a great guy. He's very supportive of us, and his speech was special, but I wasn't going to try to repeat what he did. I just wanted to end things the way we started it, with the way I've always coached them and the way they've always played for me, and that's pretty well, we did it our way.
Rhode Island baseball pretty good, huh?
Very exciting, yeah. I mean, not too bad, three-peat. One of the highlights for me, actually, was my son showed me on the social media that one of the kids from Cranston spliced together a picture of the Cranston team, the Cumberland team, and our team on some type of social media, and it said three-peat. I thought that was pretty cool.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
And what was the best part of the experience, other than the girls, for you?
Just hanging out with the team. We just hung out all summer, and it was kind of something you couldn't really ask for.
And you'll remember for the rest of your life, right?
Yeah, that's definitely something I'll remember.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
A baseball player.
Really?
Yeah.
Think you got a shot?
I think everyone has a shot.
There you go.
Great answer.
That's a great answer. Congratulations. Give me the names of those girls, will you? Coach, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Awesome
Appreciate
stuff.
it. Thanks for having us in.
Final word and we come back. Stay with us. You know, I have to tell you that it never gets old to talk to young people about their accomplishments, and you know, having so many of us have played Little League baseball. I remember the no-hitter I threw. I remember making the All-Star team, and I remember the failures 44 years ago like they were yesterday. So these memories that these kids will have will last a lifetime. Coach is a credit, and so are the kids. Not only Warwick, but Rhode Island. And the game of baseball, no doubt. All righty, you have a great weekend. We'll see you on the radio again. Well, what day is today? It's Friday. Well, you just have a great weekend. It's been a long week. We'll see you later. Goodbye. Goodbye.